it's about time for a nap, isn't it?
What? You can't start off with a nap.
Nap time.
Oh, God.
Take a nap on the table.
I don't think it's appropriate time to nap. Nah.
Luke, you can do the podcast.
Okay, I'll do the pod.
I'll just be passed out on the table. I'll hear for moral support. Thank you for turning the microphone into my face.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome back to Luke and Meg. It has been a big week, to say the least.
Yeah.
We've done 9 shows this week, 7 in Melbourne. We did 2 in Wonthaggi last night. Got home quite late. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. Meg has clearly pulled up well.
Well, Luke, you've slept in the last 4 mornings, so
Yeah.
I have not, sir. I've not been able to. I've had a lot of medical testing this week, which is always fun.
They still haven't fixed her.
They still haven't fixed me. I'm a literal medical anomaly, in the words of my doctor, which is so much fun.
That's cool. I reckon they must get excited when you walk in. They must be like, oh, cool.
Ooh.
Like they must I reckon you're the person they talk about on their lunch break.
Absolutely.
Like, dude, I ran a heart rate test and it was going 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
No
Her shit
doubt.
sample was weird. Oh,
Shit
have
sample?
have they got you to poo in a cup yet?
I mean, like 3 years ago they did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really weird.
I've never had that happen.
They handed me they didn't tell me what to do, right? They were like, here's what you need for the stool sample. Here's a metal tray and here's a popsicle stick. And they were like, good luck. And I was like, what do I do with these utensils?
That feels like an IQ test. Like they give you 2 things and they're like, you figure out how to put a poo in a bag with a metal tray and a popsicle stick. I thought they would give you like a soup ladle. And it's
like a spoon to like spoon it out. I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck do I do with these?
Did you make like an ice cream out of it? What did you do?
I don't know. Because like, I was like, I don't want to poop in the tray.
Did you poo in the popsicle stick so it looked like a paddle pop? I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't even use the tray. I'd back myself with just a popsicle stick alone.
I didn't use any of those.
What did you use?
I went straight butthole to cup.
Oh, wow. You have a lot of confidence in your accuracy.
I do not. I did not. I was terrified. That was probably the worst thing that I've ever done.
Oh, God. What, 1 Meg, 1 cup?
Meg v cup.
Oh, God. I'm sorry for like...
Oh, my God. What a start to the episode.
I'm just sorry. That's it.
Yeah.
I apologize. You know, if we were better podcasters, we would have cut that bit.
Yes.
But now that's in.
And that is in and that is staying in. It's definitely more like that what we used to do on Patreon more so. That discussion.
Well, yeah, sorry. It's medical. I think medical's fine. It's one time I had to the weirdest thing I've ever had to do medically is pee in a big like 3-liter thing they gave me for it. It was a 24
3 liter?
It was a 24-hour pee test. Remember when I had kidney problems back in the day?
Yeah.
I've done that before.
You did a 24-hour one?
Yeah, I had to do it, yeah.
I didn't even
you just have to continuously piss.
I got an applause for mine.
You
An
know
applause?
From my doctor.
How much weed did you get?
Fucking heaps.
Oh, really? I did not even close to fill it, and I feel like I piss a lot. You got an applause.
Yeah.
I can just imagine all the doctors.
When I walked out of the thing and I was like holding it, the doctor was like...
Well done, Reese. Oh, you peed in a bottle. That's so condescending.
That's so condescending. You probably had the worst of it though.
Yeah, it was from that when I had my motorbike accident, yeah.
Yeah, you also had the catheter, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That sucked.
That's such a... Yeah. I'm so sorry that I brought that up. That is rogue as fuck to just be like, yeah, he had a catheter in.
For those who don't know, that's when... No, we don't need to describe it. It's
They
medical.
put a tubie up your pee-pee.
Okay, and now Reese is having flashbacks in the corner. That actually sounds so horrific. But yeah, I don't even think I filled it. And what was weird, I rolled back in. I remember when I rolled back in as well into the Jeep. No applause. It's bullshit. I didn't realize that was the thing that could happen.
What is this?
I just felt like I was walking in with like kind of cheap juice, like the Mildura sugary juice. And you get like the 3 liter one.
Diluted with water, like so bad.
Yeah.
It's sour. It's just like.
But then like,
Did it look like a milk carton or like a juice carton?
no, it was like transparent Lactomildura juice thing.
That's just rude because at least with the stool sample, like it's not in a like see-through cup.
Yeah.
You know, no one's looking at your shit. At least
One time I was at the GP and I remember this old bloke came in with one and it was like brown. And I was just like, oh, dude, drink some water. Like, it was the most dehydrated looking piss I'd ever seen.
dude, his kidneys aren't working.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why he was doing it. Yeah,
It's definitely not that he's not drinking enough water. Why he's doing the test for a reason.
Right,
Luke.
I was
it's not
sitting there.
just like no one's opting to do the test. Just like let's have a bit of fun today. Piss in a jug.
Oh, I was sitting there like, get this man a Gatorade stat. Like, he needs to. Okay, yeah, right. But anyway, yes, Meg is a medical anomaly. But you getting through it?
Am I?
Well, I don't know. You didn't last 3 seconds of the pod before you tried to have a nap, actually. So.
I know. I don't know if I am, man. No, I'm getting there. I think we've got a couple weeks-ish of a break. So I'm just going to chill out, not lift any boxes because I'm bruised as fuck. And hopefully I'll recover enough to tour the rest of the year.
I've never been more excited for a break.
Yeah, me too.
I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't played Fortnite. Oh, actually, you did play, but you haven't played Fortnite consecutively for multiple days.
I haven't played it competitively in a few days.
Competitively?
Yeah.
When are you, who's what?
Oh, no. Like,
what?
as in we just get competitive when we play.
Oh,
You know,
you're not a professional.
No, not
You're
at all.
just
by
like-
any means.
Right.
I'm the worst out of our friendship group at the game. But I mean, like, we get competitive and I have been playing it recreationally. So recreationally, I jump on sometimes. I just do my quests.
Yeah.
And I've recently just hit level 100 and I have the Optimus Prime skin. Finished the battle pass. Thank you. So I do have a bit going on outside comedy.
You do.
I know I feel like I talk about the shows and stuff a lot, but I got other shit going on.
Yeah.
I ran a quick time. I ran 8K for the first time since January. So that was good.
I don't even think I could run one. I actually don't think I could run one right now.
Yeah, you could.
Nah, I did my heart rate monitor test the other day and they were like, what were you doing at this time? And I was like, oh, I ate food. And they were like, were you sitting down? And I was like, yes.
Yeah. It's funny. So Meg did this 24-hour, like, what's it called?
Holter. It's a Holter monitor.
Yeah, it's where
24-hour ECG.
where they pretty much monitor your heart rate for a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
And then if there's little spikes or if something happens, Meg will have to like jot it down. And honestly, like in her notes, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 1:13 p.m. sneezed. And then it's like her heart just goes like to 300 beats a minute or something.
I was going to put it down because I thought that they might have a giggle at it, but they were pretty serious operators. Like when I got in there, I was like, oh, if the girls are kind of having a little bit of fun, then I'll pop it down. But they weren't having fun, so I didn't. But just before we went into the show, like unpacked the van and everything, Fergie came on, London Bridge, and my heart rate fucking skyrocketed, and I was just jamming it in the car. I was like,
And there was
You know what
also
I mean?
a spike as well on the way home when Love Game by Lady Gaga came on.
oh, there was.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's have some fun. This beat
It
is
is-
sick. I want to take a ride in a disco stick. Meg's heart's like, doof, doof.
Oh, yeah. That's my shit, dude. That is my shit. But yeah, it was, I was like trying to sugarcoat all the things, like what I was writing down just because I don't know. It's weird me being like, I was at this show or I was serving people like this time or I did something weird. I did a weird dance move. I emoted
Yeah.
during the show. I did a dab, you know, things like that actually do raise my heart rate.
Yeah.
And I did not jot them down.
Well, maybe here's a tip, and this isn't to do with your heart, just about life. Maybe maybe just don't dab.
Well, probably the weirdest thing medically going on with me is
Oh yeah.
since I've been getting more stressed out and Also lack of sleep. I think it's like definitely a big fatigue thing. And my medication on top of that. I've been getting ticks, these like weird little ticks, and they started just at night and it's been going on for ages. But now they've started to evolve. And last night when we were driving home, for some reason I was ticking way more than usual. And I did this tick where I just dabbed really quickly. It was like my whole body like flung to the side and I dabbed. And I looked at Luke and he didn't look like he clocked it. And then so I was just like, I'm going to pretend it didn't happen. And then he goes, did you just dab? And I was like,
I just caught it in my peripheral because you've been doing these ones, at night where you're kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
Like you just be laying in bed and you go, huh.
Yeah. Whoops, another one.
Yeah.
Whoop.
And then I'm like, that's weird. And like, it's like always the last thing I'll hear before I go to sleep. I'm just like, got my eyes closed to the pillow. Then I hear, huh. Next thing I'm just like, and it'll like, it would just keep me up for like an extra 5 minutes.
How do you think it makes me feel? Every time I'm about to go to sleep, my body's like, it just like wakes me up.
But yeah, then in the car, you just went, and like you threw one arm up and I caught it in my peripheral and I was like, did you just dab? And you're like, oh, I didn't think you saw. It was so weird. It was just trying to hide your dabs.
It's just a weird thing to be like, yeah, it was an involuntary dab. That one I haven't told the doctor about and I definitely won't be.
Yeah.
I can handle that
That's
one.
what I'm going to say every time I pop a gritty from now on. I'm like, oh, it was a tick. I just say, well, I wasn't wittily popping the gritty.
He was literally popping a glitty.
We didn't spin the wheel.
Oh, yes, spin the wheel.
I'm keen. Please be a wind down, dude.
Yeah.
I need this.
I've got my friend's birthday, but I definitely won't be like, woo, turning up. Or it'll be like a couple wines.
Okay.
Down. Ready?
Maybe a wind down.
Wind down.
Okay.
Yeah, a wind down. All right. 1, 2, 3. Tick, tick, tick.
Spin that wheel. Yeah.
Get it, Jonesy. Let's get
Oh,
it.
it's still spinning. It's going to be a turn up,
yeah, no,
wind
it's a
down.
wind
Let's go. Dude, we always get what we want.
I'm so excited. I just want to thank my mom and I want to thank Luke.
Thank you.
We got the wheel and I want to thank Reese for being in the podcast because I'm just so happy right now. Oh man, that was better than the Logie speeches.
Dude, that made Sonia Kruger's speech look like shit. That was awesome. You know why? Because you didn't have a weird crack at Hamish Blake halfway through yours.
Yeah, that was
was
so
wild.
strange.
Yeah, okay, great. That's good wind. I will be winding down 100%. We didn't kind of crack into the meat of the episode.
There's meat to this episode.
There's meat. It's going to be a meaty ep for sure.
All right.
Last week we were talking about misheard lyrics.
Yes.
I forget how it came up, but we were just talking about when you think for your whole life that a song says one thing, and it's usually in conversation somewhere or when you're singing it along with other people, where you sing the lyric that you think it is, and people stare at you and go, "Do you really think it says that?" So we asked people on social media. We asked on our podcast like last week, send us in. I also asked on my Instagram. God, we got some good submissions.
You said that they were coming in hot as well.
They were coming in real hot. Apparently quite a popular genre. Now, I'm just going to start off with one of my favorites. Let's kick it off with a bang. It was the top comment on last week's episode. When I was younger, my dad's friend gaslit me into thinking the chorus of Coldplay's Paradise was carrot, carrot, carrot slice, carrot, carrot slice.
That's pretty good.
I think that would be honestly a better song.
Say your dad gaslit you as well.
Their dad's friend. Even worse. Just like
so
some
rogue.
guy that comes to your house sometimes. This was a classic. Had a Colombian guy working with us on a water pipeline job, digging trenches and whatnot. He had a bit of trouble with understanding English. He never could understand Taylor Swift's song, I Knew You Were Trouble. He thought the lyrics of the chorus, when she repeats trouble, trouble, was shovel, shovel. So anyway, it became a thing that all us guys would occasionally just bust out into the tune of Taylor Swift when we were digging and go, digging in the goddamn ground. Oh, shovel, shovel, shovel. That's really good. I like that.
Good. I like that one.
Mads, said, I was saying hot dog instead of hound dog in Doja Cat's Vegas when the Elvis movie came out, which is
You ain't nothing but a
hot dog.
hot
Get it.
dog. Get it.
What is annoying is that just means you've never actually heard of the Elvis song Hound Dog, which
yeah.
is concerning.
That is concerning.
Like the first time you heard that was when Doja Cat did it.
That is crazy. And also so this generation, isn't it?
Really like this one. Cold Chisel's Cheap Wine. So the line goes, cheap wine and a 3-day growth. And by the way, we had to Google that before the pod.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. All of us were like, cheap wine and a...
Cheap, but this person, Claire, she thought it said, cheap wine and a 3-legged goat. Cheap wine. But they're actually a great lyric. It's just a goat with like a massive schlong.
That's pretty good.
Although that'd be a 5-legged goat, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, Luke.
Yeah.
They have 4 legs.
Oh, no. So she said, my ex-boyfriend thought they were the words.
Oh.
Thank God you broke up with him, Claire. Great call.
Is that why you broke up with him?
Probably. This one, I feel like I've heard this before. Empire State of Mind. Some people think it says, like New York.
Yeah, concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
They thought it said New York concrete jungle, wet dreams and tomatoes.
In combination?
Concrete jungle, wet dreams, tomatoes. Kind of. But why would it say that?
Why would it say that?
I don't know.
That's the thing. The some of the misheard lyrics, I'm like, okay, that's crazy, but I can also, it kind of fits into the song. Stuff like that is like, why would anyone write that?
Yeah, but I guess people just don't give lyrics that much thought. They just kind of sing along to the tune.
There are also so many shit songs out now where the lyrics don't make any sense, and they are like that. That make people go, oh, maybe those are just the lyrics.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
This one came in, got submitted a lot. A lot of Taylor Swift heads. Swifties are in my DMs saying blank space. Everyone thinks it says all the lonely Starbucks lovers, but it says instead, I got a long list of ex-lovers. I don't really know what I thought it said. Another one of those songs where I go, I like that lovers. Oh, girl, you're insane. You thought it was Starbucks lovers?
Oh my God.
Yeah. But that's not a crazy lyric because people would meet at Starbucks all the time.
That's what I thought. I
It's
was
a
like,
shout out
like
to all the
American...
Starbucks lovers.
I just thought that. I was like, oh, that's so American to oh my God.
But she also does have a long list of ex-lovers.
She does have a long list of
So both lyrics
lovers.
kind of make sense.
Yeah. Probably the second, the latter.
This is another one that Vari submitted. That's not a word.
Now it is. Put it in the Luke and Meg dictionary.
In the that'd be the worst book.
We've already spoken about this, I'm pretty sure.
In the Monkees song "I'm a Believer," when they say, then I saw her face, now I'm a believer.
Yeah.
They thought the lyric was, then I saw her face, now I'm going to leave her.
Ooh,
which it would be a brutal line.
Really bad song. That turned into a wholesome song to a really fucked up one real quick.
Francisco Diaz said this is a huge controversy in South America.
Yeah, two very different places.
Sorry, this is a huge controversy in South America. He said, this is the rhythm of the night. People think is this the Reebok or a Nike?
Another thing that could actually be in a song.
the Reebok or a Nike?
Nike.
That would be a great ad campaign. You know when Pepsi came out and they were comparing it to Coke?
Yeah.
And that was their big campaign. It's like you do the taste test challenge.
Yeah.
Like they should blindfold people and like Nike bring out a new shoe and go, is this a Reebok or a Nike? And you put on your feet and you think like, oh no, it probably work for Reebok, right? Because Nike's the more popular brand.
Yeah, but like then...
So you put it on, you're like, you think you're wearing a Nike and then you wear them, your shoes fit well, and you're like, I think it's a Reebok.
Yeah, but you can follow on with Nike in the rest of the lyrics. A Nike, this is,
Yeah, okay.
But you can't say, Reebok. Well,
you can.
Reebok. It sounds so shit.
Best friend says swinging in a chair every time instead of living on a prayer. Just no way.
One that I've got, Luke, you'll definitely know this one, but I'm not sure many other people will, is with Secret Crowds by Angels and Airwaves.
Is this penis cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the actual lyric?
Birds, planes, cleanest cars.
Yeah, I've listened to this song
Cars.
many times. So Reese and I really like Tom DeLonge from Blink-182's other band, Angels and Airwaves.
Yeah.
And one of the songs is like, and because Tom DeLonge, he has that nasally singing voice, he's like, birds, planes, cleanest cars. It sounds like he says penis cars.
Penis cars.
I remember that
That's
from when
funny.
I was young, and I used to think, what's a penis car?
Also, the living on a prayer one. I remember there was like a bunch of like videos that went viral ages ago, where people would redo the lyrics. So it was like chicken and a pear,
Oh, yeah.
or like
goat on a pear. And that was,
lizard on a chair.
yeah.
Yeah, like that was.
Yeah, but that was a joke. Imagine actually being like, swinging on a chair, take my hand. It actually kind of makes sense, like take my hand or make it I swear, like someone's just giving you an extra swing. I really like this one. This is from Sarah. Hey Luke, when I heard Hey Ya by Outkast for the first time, I thought it said shake it like a polar bear ninja. Instead of shake it like a Polaroid picture. And me and my sister still sing Polar Bear Ninja because it's just a million times better. I agree.
I like that polar bear ninja.
Shake it like a Polar Bear Ninja.
Shake it, shake it.
That would have been a
That's
better
good.
music video as well if there was a Polar Bear Ninja. Just shaking it.
Someone AI it.
Well, my brother and I still have an in-joke from our childhood. We never thought it said this. We were just, I guess, in our Weird Al Yankovic era of childhood, where we were replacing lyrics and songs and making up spontaneous parodies in the car. Remember that really popular song Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol?
Yes.
Well, Jack Kidgel, the lyricist and artist that he is, came up with the hilarious Let's Waste Time Chasing Farts.
Oh,
And
good one.
still to this day, we both sing Chasing Farts whenever it comes on.
And I
remember-
know this, Luke, because you do sing it
yeah,
in the car when I put it on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time at like 21st or something like that, like we were both at this event and Jack was drunk and he came up to me at a party and the song played and he put his arm around me and went, let's waste time chasing farts.
At a 21st.
Or something like that. It was at like some event where we were both adults.
Okay, it's a pretty good one though. It is good. I like it.
And I'll end on this. This is the final one. We got so many submissions. I can't do them all. But this one changed the way I don't think anyone knows the actual lyric to this song. So Lady Gaga at the start of Just Dance, what does she say?
Just dance. Oh,
No,
sorry.
she goes, red wine. Right? Like, at the start she goes, red wine, Gaga.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently she says red one. And it's in the lyrics. I looked it up before. Everyone thinks she says red wine.
Yeah.
Because like
What's red one?
I don't know what it means.
Oh.
Oh, it's the name of the song's co-writer. Red One. It must be like a rapper or producer name.
That's so sad for him.
Yeah.
That is so sad because no one was like, oh, yeah, it's the guy that co-wrote it.
It's like the equivalent of when Jason Derulo says his own name. But it's Red One.
Yeah, but at least Jason Derulo, everyone knows. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, yes, that is that person because they say their name clearly.
Yeah.
Everyone just thinks red one and everyone's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's true.
Has to be it because what other name do we know?
Yeah. There's probably someone that thinks like at the start of, why does the start of all his songs it says chasing a pool though? Like, chasing a pool though. You're like, what? There probably is like one person in the world who thinks that.
Eating a Porto.
So yeah, that's a really good one. I had no idea. That one blew my mind. Oh, okay, no, can I do one more?
One more.
You know,
One more.
tub thumping. I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Yeah.
Darcy thought it said I got no towel, but I got underwear.
I got no towel,
but I got underwear.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
You just thought this song was about being stuck in a public change room and you forget your towel. I got no towel, but I got underwear. That's actually happened to me before camping. That is relatable. Where I forgot my towel, but I was like, oh, I guess I'll just dry myself with my clothes.
Oh, that's brutal.
You never had to do that at like a public pool or something? You just forget a towel, so you just like get what's in your bag. You're like, I guess this will do. I got no towel.
Maybe one time, but I don't really remember it.
No one could ever keep me down.
No.
Great segment.
That
Love
was good. I really like that. And with the amount of submissions, I kind of want to hear more next week.
Yeah.
Because there's so many of them.
Keep them coming in.
They are very entertaining to listen to. Because now all of those songs, I will never see the same again.
Especially shaking like a Polaroid ninja. Shaking like a
Polar bear.
Now, we've been talking about this off camera for a bit. We just haven't done it on the pod. We forgot. You know, so there's been a trend that's going viral on TikTok called the AI baby trend.
Well, so I saw it keeps popping up on my TikTok, and the new trend is people who have already had kids will do it. It'll come up with their AI baby, and then they'll see how similar it is to their actual child. Mm-hmm. And it's like pretty much identical. Yeah. They're like every single one that I've seen has been like spot on. It's been really weird. And so I got curious, and I'm like, I wonder what our AI baby would look like.
So it's when you submit a photo of Meg and then a photo of myself, and you put it into a generator and it loads, and then it spits out what your future child will look like.
Yes.
We did it before the episode, and Meg hasn't seen it yet.
No,
and
I'm really nervous. Are we having kids, Luke?
I think
that's a no. That's a strong no. The fact that you paused for so long, that's bad.
What I did realize when it spat out the image was how important contraception really is. I think it's so important. Safe sex, guys, let's have a talk about it on the pod. Safe sex is so important, all right? And we should be teaching it in schools.
God
because
damn it.
There's kids that will come out having babies where maybe you won't be pleased at their appearance.
What the fuck did it look like? I'm now picturing like a fucking...
I ran the simulation a few times because I wasn't happy with the first one. I was like, I don't like it. Do it again. So I've got different pictures of us. And by the way, I didn't choose like ugly looking photos of us.
Did they look similar?
I chose pictures of like our headshots professionally shot, like where we look at our best.
Don't say that, Luke. Don't say that. If our child looks ugly, just say,
So I chose this photo of you, a lovely shot.
That's nice.
And then like this ASOS model Cotton On Kmart ass looking catalogue photo of me that I don't think I've ever used for anything.
Did it pump out or just a blank piece of paper, a white piece of paper? What the fuck is that? Oh my God.
For audio listeners, this thing... Oh, great. Hang on. Don't swipe because there's another one. I ran the filter again. So the first one, this thing looks cross-eyed.
It has acne already. It's like 3 years old. Yeah. It has acne.
Acne, and it looks like it has a mullet for some reason because I think it put a bit of your hair on it and then the front of mine.
I just saw the mullet.
It just looks like a bogan baby.
Why is its teeth like that?
Yeah, it looks like it would like try and sell you cigarettes at recess. Like it doesn't even look like a baby, by the way. It looks like it hasn't generated a baby for us. I think I used the wrong filter. It's generated like a 5-year-old boy. Hang on, don't. I told you not to swipe.
Oh my God. Is that him when he gets older?
No, so I ran through what I thought was potentially a nicer photo of us, and then it spit out like a future young liberal. Like, this kid definitely votes liberal. Why
does he have so many teeth?
Yeah, he has a very crowded mouth. Do one of us have too many teeth?
Maybe I've got...
It made me really self-conscious because I think the mouth looks like mine.
Maybe it's the fake teeth on mine.
We talked about this last week in the podcast. I think I just have shit teeth.
God, we're about to both have shit teeth as well because I've booked in to get these taken off.
Yeah, but this is pre-taken off. This thinks.
Yeah, so
man.
imagine what it's going to look like when I get my teeth taken off.
I honestly think that's what our kid would look like, though. Like, don't you reckon? That seems kind of believable. It's just like the whitest. He looks like a spoiled brat.
It does.
Yeah.
Did you get a girl photo?
No, it only spit out boys. I didn't know how to change it.
Bugger.
Yeah. But I'm happy to run a few more simulations. I don't think we found perhaps the right filter.
I want to see what happens if we do the most fucked face. Like if we give it the dirtiest double chin, just fucked thing ever and see what it spits out. Because if it spits out something that's
Meg, I already
better,
submitted our headshots.
I want to die.
Self-burn on us.
Yeah, I would say, how dare you? But our child kind of sums it up.
That was a really tough thing to wake up to today.
God, what would you even name that?
Like Percival. It was like the whitest thing I've ever seen.
I think that looks like a Gregory.
It looks like a Seamus.
Seamus.
Like some just like posh white name. Like a Finnegan. Or
Like it can be posh at first, but when he becomes addicted to drugs and alcohol, then it goes into like Shamo.
Say if you were like, this is my kid named Earl, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I guess. Yuck. But anyway, yep, that's good. Thanks for telling me to do that.
That's okay.
Didn't ruin my morning or self-esteem at all.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting much better results than that. Now, yeah, not feeling great. Not feeling great about the kid.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to tell this on Patreon or this episode.
What is it?
About what the doctor said.
Oh, no. Can we please talk about this?
You want it on the main episode?
I would love this to be public.
You want it to be public?
Please. You'll know why in a sec.
So we've been having some issues for quite some time where basically I've got...
Yeah, now I'm regretting
I've got a marina in, which is this little thing that gets put into the uterus. It's form of birth control, and when it comes out, it like has a couple pieces of string, so the doctor can grab onto it when it needs to come out and pull it out.
Right.
Usually, the strings are so long that they're big enough so that they tuck under and they cause like a little loop. So when you're doing your fun time, no one's getting poked, you know? Mm-hmm. And so mine, however, has been poking. It's been doing the poke, all right? And it
feels like you got a catheter in. It just feels like someone's like pricking the end of your dick.
So I went to the doctor and I was like, babes.
You're right. I forget. Yeah, maybe I do regret talking about this.
I was like, you gotta clip it or you gotta like do something because it's too long. She's like, yeah, no worries. It's probably just too long. We just gotta cut the end of it and she'll be good to go. She gets in there, does a little weird little pap thing, and she goes, it's actually like super short. You're having quite the opposite effect. She's like, he shouldn't be touching it at all. And I was like, he's definitely touching it. And she's like, oh, okay. And I was like, are you saying that medically? I was like, I just want to know. I just want to be certain when I tell my boyfriend about this. I was like, are you saying that he has a medically big dick? And she was like, yeah.
And you have no idea how thrilled I was to hear that information when you came home. Medically certified big cock. Something that I never thought was a possibility.
Yeah. Good job, Luke.
And some, you know what? This is like, I guess, how low my self-esteem is. I don't think she's right.
Me neither. I don't think she's right either.
I heard that and I was like, I'm chuffed and I'm thrilled and I'm grateful to have anyone say that about me. But I don't know. I actually don't know how I feel about that.
Well, you're welcome, Luke.
Being public knowledge. I think I was stoked at first when you told me that. And then I briefly
think any
forgot
guy would be stoked with
Yeah,
that.
but then I forgot your mum listens to this pod sometimes. So that's
Mum,
it's gonna be
now you know.
okay. That's
Now you know.
Podcast title sorted for this week.
what.
Luke has a medically big cock.
Nah, I reckon we clickbait it like one of us has a big cock, and you got to find out
One
who.
of us was diagnosed with a big cock.
Is it Luke or Meg? Because I feel like people would be more surprised to find out I did.
All right.
Cheap one and a three-legged Luke.
Nice. Alrighty.
Yeah. Anything else happened this week? Oh yeah. Can I talk about this? Last night.
Sure. Go for it.
we went to Wonthaggi
Yeah.
to do a show, and often when you go like pretty much 2 hours out of a city, most of the crowd work just ends up being about some kind of farming or agriculture. Like
Generally
literally,
what happens when you're regional.
I met 4 people each show, and I think one was a horticulturalist who just
What's that?
it's just somebody who works at a nursery.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, that's like, yeah, it feels like you're trying to talk up your job a bit. Like horticulturalist, you sell plants to my dad on weekends.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you work at Bunnings, relax. And one of the people I got talking to was, she's like, I work with horse semen. And you get that a bit. Like it's happened a few times. Usually it's cow semen because often they have to stick, they have to do manually inseminate the cows.
Yes. He said his word. Let's go.
Thank you. Luke
Good
did a
job,
whole
Lukey.
sentence like a big boy.
Wow.
And I, upon talking to her for a bit, dude, there is a fascinating world of. Do you know how lucrative the horse jizz industry is?
Look.
It's crazy.
Well, wouldn't it be for like race horses and stuff massive?
Yeah,
It's like
so
if you're getting a really fast horse and you've got another really fast horse, you put those together and it creates an ultra fast horse. Big brain.
Yeah, but like I kind of thought that I guess I never really thought about it. I guess for some reason I thought like, oh yeah, they must try and get 2 fast horses to like root each other. Obviously that's not how it works.
Why would that?
So, but like how much do you reckon like one jar of premium elite racing horse cum is?
Fuck, so much money. So much. Because didn't, I only, weird that I fucking know this. Well, I don't know it, but I remember when, what was the super fast horse in like and it was like winning all of
Mackay Diva or Black Caviar?
Black Caviar. So I remember when they were getting like something for her and it cost them like something under, I think around $1 million, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It was something crazy. Maybe it was like even higher than that.
Yeah, so they're just doing it in like, I don't even know what kind of level of horses they're working with, but that was like, what's the most expensive jizz you've sold? And they were like over $500,000.
Yeah, that definitely checks
That's
out.
wild. And apparently one breeder or like one trainer or something like that bought 6 loads of jizz. Plus
So
they have to
weird
pay
saying
import
6
tax and
loads.
stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
huh.
and warm hot loads as well.
Oh, God.
And
Fresh loads.
they ended up paying, including taxes and all the import fees and stuff like that, which go around it, $3.2 million, and none of them were fertile.
None of them were
None of them. They
fertile.
bought 6 loads.
But don't they have to like test them to make sure that they're fertile?
Well, so you can't guarantee that it's going to be fertile. So they test them, I think. I think she was saying she tested them but it's still not a guarantee. So you can sell it with it being like highly likely fertile or moderately likely. Or
Oh my God.
You know.
So these people bought it and then it.
yeah, it's just a roll of the dice if one sticks. And they get like is it a foal? What's a baby horse called?
A foal. That's fucking hectic.
Mm.
I would have thought like, oh yeah, only a guarantee if it like comes back as.
And then I had to ask because I just, I'm a man of science, and this is I asked in a scientific way.
Right, for science. How you're like terminology?
I
Scientific
said, do you ever
terminology?
have to help produce the sample? And she said yes. And I then inquired as to what capacity. And long story short, she had to jerk off a couple of horses.
Yeah, she has to jack them off.
Towards the end.
Towards the end?
Well, like
how else would you get it out?
So they give him like a like a horse blow up doll. They said horses are real horny, and it turns out. So they like give him a fake horse, and then like essentially they jerk him off with like a horse fleshlight. Like it looks like kind of like a I've seen it before online. It's like pretty sure it looks like a quiver that you'd put bow and arrows in. Like a brown long, because horse sticks, like, you know.
They're big.
Yeah, you know, like, and that's coming from me.
Yeah. You would know, wouldn't you?
I would know. I'm
you know.
kind of
That's why you're so interested
kind of an
in this.
expert in this field now.
This is the scientific terminology that was coming out, wasn't it?
Yeah, if anyone has the qualifications to talk about this huge dicks.
And how those huge dicks produce a load.
This podcast is so educational.
It's so weird that this feels like some kind of breach in your contract that you have to sit here and listen to this shit every
I feel like
week.
this is definitely like a HR issue. Like
But
if
Meg's
you went,
head of HR, so it's fine.
yeah, but if he went above me to someone else, this
So to me.
I'm pretty sure Fair Work. I mean, they're like, how do you prove it? And you're like, well, it's all on record.
It's on
literally
record.
three. I've got 3 cameras plus audio of it. So
4 years worth of stuff.
4 years. All right.
But yeah, this is like, it blew my mind. And it's something that I think you just don't think about, like that right now. Like we're doing this pod and we think, oh, we're being like pretty silly and wild, but there's literally like people jerking off horses right now.
Probably right now.
So it's like, yeah, we're talking about it and that's weird and gross.
You know what's even
but like,
crazier? I reckon there'd be people jerking off horses not...
Okay. Just for fun.
I can't even get it.
Meg needs like 14 hours sleep.
No, because if I go to sleep right now, then this is just going to haunt my dreams.
Yeah, it's just it was a crazy industry to find out about. So
That is pretty wild. How much does it say how much black caviar, like how much they brought the man's
we're literally
PP
getting
juice?
into Google horse cum. So just like
It's
think
gonna
about
be
what
a
you're
really
doing.
weird search history. Imagine Shannon going through it. She's like, oh, I just want to get something up. And then the recent search history is just horse cum.
Horse cum. No,
How
it's even
much?
worse. How much to buy horse cum?
I've started a side business up.
But yeah, so it's so funny, like the way the conversations just differ from town to town. But one thing, he seemed like so much more regional than it is. Like I don't consider it quite a regional place. I consider it like a beach town.
Yeah, I
Like,
thought it was a beach town
but
because
yet
Phillip Island and like I went there a lot when I was younger for holidays and stuff. So
it's like southeast Victoria, if you don't know
Yeah.
Australia. It's like on a beach. Everything was so like everyone I talked to had like some kind of farming job, and I just thought like, oh, as if there's not like one accountant here. like who does it? Or who does their farm taxes?
there would be one
like if they're-
accountant for sure.
Yeah, but if they're moving that much horse cum, like you want to know how to.
Yeah, how to handle your cash.
Yeah, I'm. It's so weird. Like, I get so interested because it's just such a foreign world to me. Like, using your hands and having like an actual skill. So when people talk to me about it at shows, I'm like super interested.
Wow.
But there's one. You guys can tell me if like this is weird or if I'm maybe being too harsh. But I've been kind of sitting on this for weeks. At the Mildura show, I was talking to a watermelon farmer, and I was like, how many like melons per day? Like, what's your MPD? and thinking like
That they harvest.
yeah, and like for example, I was talking to like an egg farmer, and they were like, yeah, we would do like thousands of eggs, like tens of thousands of eggs, like just because there's chickens just everywhere and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's something like that's like a amount of watermelons that I would consider. Sorry, amount of eggs that I would consider like enough to get a profit out of.
Yeah.
This watermelon farmer reckons he personally was picking 40 watermelons per day. Does that feel too low?
It does.
It's like 5 an hour.
Yeah, it does. That feels really low. I feel like if I was a watermelon farmer, I could get more than 40. Oh, I guess where do you put them though? You know?
In a truck.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're at a watermelon farm, figure it out.
I'm a bit confused by that as well because I've seen.
How much are even watermelons from like, they're like $10 from Woolies? It's like $400. You're barely even paying for your own wage, let alone by the time you ship them and...
Reese's search history is just like...
Walls come forward by how much are watermelons?
How much are watermelons at Woolies?
$25.
Yeah.
For a whole seedless watermelon.
Yeah.
Times 39. Like, it's $975 worth of watermelon. You want to be doing what? By the time you pay staff and water, the water costs alone.
Oh, no, obviously the most expensive part of watermelon growing is the water. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I've been thinking about that for 3 weeks, but it hasn't left my brain and I can't stop thinking about it.
That's the thing.
I feel like I do fuck all at work sometimes. Like I get on stage at talk and then I know that there's people only doing 40 watermelons a day. I'm like, I feel productive now.
Yeah, but also...
Unless I'm missing something about the way you pick watermelons. But I'm assuming they use some kind of tool to cut it off.
All right, I'm going to do some research into watermelon.
I feel like
picking.
people will know. So there'll be someone listening that knows about watermelon farming more than we do.
For sure.
Yeah, so please let me know if that's a good number.
Have you seen the old video? And it's the guy who's a potato farmer. And he's like, my life is potato. I just pictured that. Like someone's out there and he's like, my life is watermelon.
Anyway. Oh, and also New Zealand tour is on sale.
Oh!
Should have said that at the start of the episode.
Oh, that's so key, bro.
I'm a silly bully. I forgot.
I'm butchering it.
I'm coming to Palmerston North, Hamilton, Auckland, Gisborne. Is it Gisborne or Gisborne? It's no U. So it's different to our Gisborne.
Oh, bro, it's Gisborne.
It's Gisborne. Gisborne.
Gisborne.
Napier, Wellington, Christchurch, Taronga, Dunedin, and Invercargill. So get your tickets. I'm coming late November and early December. I'm very pumped to come back and doing way more places than last time, which is going to be exciting.
I am so freaking excited as well because at the end of that, we are going to Queenstown and I am going to tackle the bungee sling. So excited. Yay. That was a happy pant, by the way. Very excited for it. I've done the Never Swing, which is the 70-meter free fall, 300-meter swing.
What's the bungee one?
The swing or the sling?
What did you first say?
The sling.
Yeah, so what's that?
That's where it's a slingshot. So like they pull you back and then you like fly across the canyon.
Canyon.
Canyon. Oh, why did I say cannon?
I don't know.
Canyon. Then I fly across the canyon head first, just pew through the sky, and then it slings you back.
Oh, that's cool. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Does it make you feel sick?
It absolutely will.
Oh, okay, I hated the feeling after bungee jumping.
If you didn't like bungee jumping, there's no way that you'll like this.
The worst part about it was like 3 hours after, I felt sick for the rest of the day.
Yeah, right.
It made me feel awful, and I had to have a nap, and I was like, we almost had to cancel the gig because I went with 2 other comedians. So 3 of us went and all 3 of us were on the lineup and the gig almost got cancelled because we all felt like we needed to throw up and I had to headline. It was horrific.
The swing didn't make me feel like that at all. I was just excited.
I would prefer to do that one. That one seems more fun.
I think you would like that one because there's no like whip around or anything. It's like, it's so fun though.
Yeah, but I don't like doing stuff like that.
I have every adrenaline thing that I've done so far I loved except for river surfing.
But I
that sucked.
Don't need more adrenaline. I already have done gigs in Frankston. Like, there's nothing. I'm not searching for it after that.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I don't need to be an adrenaline junkie because I perform to actual junkies. You know,
Yes.
I actually don't really pursue that stuff. You do though. You have a history of it. Before you met me, Meg was like,
I was like avid. I'd go to places just for an adrenaline hit. I haven't done anything really adrenaline based though in a very long time, mainly because of my heart.
yes.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I don't think you should probably definitely run that by your doctor.
I'll live.
You can't even
I'll live.
listen to Lady Gaga without your thing sparking. I don't think jumping into a
but if I'm
canyon's
gonna die, that'll be a pretty epic way to go out. She died doing what she loved, getting slung across a canyon.
Well, I don't
Legit.
like that.
And your parents won't stop talking about doing there's like this jet boating and they like, fling around in the jet boat. They get very close to the rocks.
Those ones are weird. Like, because bungee jumping, you're trusting like an engineer and whoever designed the cord and the whole structure to be safe. But the jet boating stuff, you're just in a boat with a stranger who's good at driving boats.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of trust that guy's not hungover.
But that's why it's so much fun, Luke, because you're actually risking your life.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for New Zealand. Not just for obviously the adrenaline and stuff, but I'm very excited for the shows again.
Should be good. All right. Get your tickets at lukehidgel.com and also still got Sydney to come. There's one more show left.
And we have more hoodies as well.
Hoodies are back in stock.
Hoodies back in stock.
Queensland tour we're about to do. I don't think we're adding any more shows, so get your tickets because some of the Rockhampton's about to sell out. I think Gladstone is close, and I don't remember. There's a few. I forget.
I don't know either.
Sure. And the final Brisbane show is on sale.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them sold out, which is awesome. So thank you.
So good. Also, shout out to Gabby who came to one of the shows. She got us a lot of goodie bags and
she was
stuff.
so lovely.
She was so lovely. She got me like all of these earrings. Got silly goose juice, which I love. I've got so many compliments on them already. She made us these cool T-shirts as well.
It's a wiggly party with Luke and Meg.
And it's got our faces on it, which
Custom
is going to be
tee.
really weird when the postman comes today and I answer the door like this.
Yeah, and she bought me crumpets as well.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And said the phrase, you can do whatever you want with those. Implying that I was going to jerk off to them.
Yes.
Like the Comedy Festival, pretty good stuff. Oh, and also this person, someone made this happy hour art as well and gave it to me after a show. I forget their name, but they were very lovely. So thank you for that. And I told them I'd put it on the set. So.
And we have a Chubby Bunny update coming for you next week. We've had 3 people do it so far and I've filmed all of them.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I forgot about that.
I have filmed all of them as well. It's so funny. And so next week we'll have hopefully the sticker, or I'm thinking potentially a, what are they called? The badge.
Okay.
Or a badge.
Cool.
All right.
Adios.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to do a happy wiggle now. Why did you burp into the mic?
I know. I could have just waited 4 more seconds before we shut off the cameras. But
Why is it smelly?
Yeah,
It's
I know.
smelly. Oh, my God. Turn off the cameras. Oh.
I had peanut butter before the pod.
Oh, that's
Stinks.
so smelly. That's what my dog's breath smells like after I give him a treat. Gross. Yuck.
I got a big dick, but my breath smells like schmackos. Swings and roundabouts. You can't win them all.